Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast Special Edition Series, where I go and preview each and every team's MLB season. I did the Diamondbacks first. Next up is the second of 30. It's the Atlanta Braves. We'll go over the top 30 prospect lists, and then we'll do superlatives for the season, each team's ceiling and floor, and then best team / player futures and the bold prediction, which I forgot to do for the Diamondbacks, which I'll provide here at the end of the Braves podcast. So, sorry, Braves, you got a Diamondbacks prediction in your show. So, without further ado, the Braves of Atlanta, who are a perennial contender each and every year. Prospects. Their number one prospect right now, A.J. Smith-Shawver, righty, 2024. If I'm not mistaken, I think he saw some time in the big leagues last year. I don't even see his name. Oh, he's 69th overall on MLB.com. Their number 2 overall prospect is Hurston Waldrop. He's a righty, 2024 is his ETA. He is number 90 on the list. Number 3 is Spencer Schwellenbach. He's a righty, 2025 ETA. And he is not on the list. So they have 2 in the top 100 overall. 4, J.R. Ritchie, righty, 2027. 5, Owen Murphy, righty, 2026. 6, Nacho Alvarez Jr., shortstop, 2025. 7, Jose Perdomo, shortstop, 2029. 8, Cade Kuehler, righty, 2026. 9, Luis Ganipa, outfield, 2027. 10, Drew Hackenberg, righty, 2026. 11, Drake Baldwin, catcher, 2025. 12, David McCabe, corner infield, 2025. 13, Giancarlo Lara, righty, 2025. 14, Darius Vines, righty, 2024. 15, Dylan Don, lefty, 2024. 16, Douglas Glod, outfield, 2026. 17, Adam Mayer, righty, 2027. 18, Sabine Sabelos, third base, 2026. 19, Diego Benitez, shortstop, 2027. 20, Luis de Avila, lefty, 2024. 21, Ambioris Tavares, shortstop, 2026. 22, Isaiah Drake, outfield, 2027. 23, Garrett Bauman, righty, 2027. 24, Lucas Braun, righty, 2026. 25, Alan Winans, righty, 2024. 26, Jesse Franklin V, outfield, 2024. 27, Blake Burkhalter, righty, 2026. 28, Geraldo Quintero, third base, second base, 2025. 29, Seth Keller, righty, 2027. And 30, Mario Baez, shortstop, 2028. So, to the superlatives, best rookie on the Braves, I think, will be Smith-Shawver. We saw him in the big leagues, started 5 games last year at an ERA over 4. So, he has that experience. I think he'll get better from it. Most improved player on the Atlanta Braves. This is going to be an interesting one, but it's weird to say Smith-Shawver. I think he will be improved. But the person I had in mind, I think, is a good player. I think he's a player that gets overlooked in the lineup for Atlanta, considering how good the team is. He's somebody that was an all-star last year, but I think he has room to grow as a player. It's weird to say someone's most improved, that they're an all-star. So I can't go with that player either. I was going to say Orlando Arcia and then Sean Murphy, but those guys have been all-stars already. So I'm going to go with somebody that has been very up and down. He's a pitcher. He's never been an all-star team. He's a reliever. And I think there's a chance he finishes the year under 3 this year. And that is AJ Minter of the Atlanta Braves. Most disappointing player on the Braves. Okay, so this one is an interesting one. Because this player getting a little older. He's over 30. I feel like last year he was really good, but the 2 years prior he wasn't good. Although he has been hurt a lot too. So I'm going to go with Marcell Ozuna for most disappointing. Make or break year. I think the Braves have a lot of those guys in their rotation and in their bullpen. But Reynaldo Lopez keeps getting second chance after second chance, in my opinion. And he is still on somebody's roster, so I'm going to say him. And now, is there a Ewing theory? I mean, everyone's going to say Freddie Freeman still because he's been gone for a while. But, what's happened since he left? He lost in the first round 2 times. And what have the Dodgers done? Lost in the first round a couple times as well. So, that's a weird one to say, him for the Ewing theory. So they really don't have one either. Because it has to be somebody that's injured and is out for the season, or it's somebody that left as a free agent or got traded. And your team is probably worse without that player. So I don't see that there. And then a bounce back player, I'm going to say Chris Sale. I think being in the National League is going to benefit him. No pressure because he's not asked to be the ace like he was in Boston. So I'm going to say Chris Sale for bounce back player. All right, the team's ceiling and floor. The ceiling is win over around 110 games. You win the division going away. And you win the World Series for the second time in a 4-year span. Doable for the Atlanta Braves. Very doable. Worst case scenario, I think there's a world they finish in second, but I give it under 5%. And the case for them finishing in second, a lot of injuries, and then the Phillies stay healthy. And Wheeler and Nola pitch like aces. And Bryce Harper stays healthy. And all those other guys stay healthy. Trey Turner's better. There's a world where Philadelphia wins that division. And I just talked about it with the Diamondbacks, how I think there's a scenario where they finish 4th. And that's more likely than them winning the division. I don't think that's the case for Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia is more likely to win its division than Arizona is because of the talent. So there's a world where the Braves finish in second. Chris Sale is a flop. Matt Olson regresses. Arcia and Murphy regress. The young pitching doesn't really step up. Max Fried isn't as good. So, and obviously injury. So, there's a scenario where the Braves finish in second, but I think it's unlikely for sure. Best team player futures. All right, so the World Series, the Braves have to be a favorite. Yes, they're plus 450. To win the National League, they're probably 9-1. They're plus 250. That's what I meant. I meant to divide it. Yeah, I should have said plus 225. Yeah, that's my mistake. I got World Series and National League messed up. To win the NL East, they are minus 280. That is pretty hefty. NL MVP, Acuna's the favorite at 5-1. Matt Olson's 12-1. Austin Riley's 25-1. That's interesting. Michael Harris 120. Ozzy Albies is 100. Strider's 120. Ozuna's 200. Cy Young, Strider's the favorite at plus 380, which is crazy. Max Fried's 12-1. You know how I feel about Max Fried. I think he's really good. What is Charlie Morton's? Oh, Chris Sale's 35. That's overvalued. Morton is 75-1. Not that I think he'll win it or anything. National League Rookie of the Year. Where's Smith Schroeder of the Braves? He's 80-1. That is an interesting number. And what about Snicker for manager? 10-1. Their win total is 101.5. Woo, baby, that's high. And then playoffs, National League, the Braves are minus 3,500. Where are the Diamondbacks, by the way? Plus 120. So they're not. And to make the playoffs, yes, it's plus 120. No's minus 154. Braves, yes, is minus 3,500. The No's plus 1060. So, best future. I just think Spencer Strider is grossly overvalued at plus 380 as the favorite to win the NL Cy Young. I don't get why he's such a prohibitive favorite. He's being treated like he's Garrett Cole. For crying out loud. And I like him a lot. And Blake Snell won the award last year, and he's still in the league. And second in the NL Cy Young last year was Logan Webb. Third was Zach Allen. Spencer Strider came in fourth. I don't get why he's such a big favorite for that award. But I think his teammate, Max Fried, has some value at 12-1. So I would put a little bit of a chuckle on 12-1 for, not Strider, for Max Fried to win the National League Cy Young. Comeback Player of the Year, I don't think is on the list. It's not. Because I'd consider looking at Chris Sale for that for sure. In a different league. Before we get to the Braves bold prediction, I'd like to make a bold prediction for the Diamondbacks. I alluded to it earlier. I think Jordan Lauer will be the starting shortstop before the All-Star break. I think he's really good. I think Geraldo Perdomo will be traded to help the Diamondbacks upgrade their rotation somehow and they'll get somebody on the team that's no good, like maybe Peralta on the Brewers or maybe Michael Wacha. That's someone I think is going to be traded this year. So he's going to be traded for somebody. Geraldo Perdomo and then Jordan Lauer will take over as their shortstop. And then my bold prediction for the Atlanta Braves, I'm going to say that I'm going to keep it with Max Fried. I think he will have a better ERA and more strikeouts than Spencer Strider. Actually, we'll take back the more strikeouts thing. Strider's a strikeout machine. So let's just keep it at better ERA than Spencer Strider. I love Max Fried, and I think he is going to be perceived as a co-ace on that staff along with Spencer Strider. So I'm going to say that Max Fried has a better ERA than Spencer Strider. But I don't know if the strikeouts, he'll have more strikeouts, but I thought about pulling the trigger on that too, but I didn't have the balls to actually do it. All right, so there you have it for the Atlanta Braves. Next up will be the Baltimore Orioles.